I like that background. Oh, crap.
Welcome back to Auto Salvage Outlaws. I use a screwdriver, that way my big fingers don't get in the way. I got some big ones. Put my camshaft in, lubed it all up, got it in there, lubed the bearings, the cam bearings again, and got it all in there. Then I started putting my main bearings in and got them oiled up. You see, wipe that much off the top right there. The top on each one of them. That keeps the interference, and when I put the caps on, there won't be no grease in between the cap and the block. That way it won't nothing be off. Since this was a standard block, standard main bearings, rod bearings and all, then it's gonna go back pretty easy. The only difference I'm using is the pistons out of the other engine, which it was they wind up being standard, so it's not going to be a whole lot of difference there. I'm just sitting on my tail and putting this together and trying to get it together, and then probably one day next week I'll get it slapped in the car. It's probably going to be a couple of videos, so just stick with us and continue, and we'll add on to this one. I'll get my little pointer here. Been sitting on my butt. I'm sore today. I think the second day's worser. I ain't got these torqued yet. The main bolts, I just got them snugged and got them placed where the oiler goes. The oil pump goes over here. So that has to go there to hold that on. We got all of them in, get the rear seal in, and that's on these. I always, sorry about that, I get it right in a minute. I always put a little Permatex, well not Permatex, gasket sealer on back on each side. So you can tell it rotates good. I got the camshaft lubed up. I hope you can see that in there. Get it all ready to put in. I'll wipe out the cylinder walls before I put the pistons in. Plus I gotta put the back cap for the, let me get y'all over here. For the camshaft, gotta go in. Then I'll put my freeze plugs in the side. And then I'll lift it up, and then I'll start putting the pistons in. But yeah, I snugged them down to make sure the crankshaft turns freely and there's no play whatsoever. So that's good. Like I said, I'm just doing all this on my backside with of course, my little trusty friend here. I guess I should have waited, but I got hard-headed and wanted to hear him get this thing put together. I got my parts, tools laying everywhere. Greasy rags, 2 sets of pistons. I'm going to use the pistons out of the other motor. I did find one. I can't remember if this is it or not. I can't remember. No, that ain't it. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it is. Sorry about that, y'all. See that hairline crack right there? That had to happen when it didn't have no oil or something. Or it's cracked when they put it in there and they didn't pay it no attention. But the other ones look good except for this one. So what I'm gonna do is just swap out one of mine that come in the engine and just swap it out, which that's number 4 piston. So I'll go in here and I'll find the number 4 piston. That's 2. Anyway, I'll get the number 4 out there and I'll put it in there. I still gotta ring the pistons and get. Sorry about that. I had to get my mail out of the mailbox. Of course, when you're recording, there's all kind of traffic going by. But that's where I'm at today. I got the camshaft in and got the crank in, and then I'll start doing the pistons and then get them in, and like I said, I'm gonna put the cap in for the cam down here, and then I'll raise the motor up, and then I'll start putting the pistons in, and then I'll start putting the timing chain on it, and then I'll go ahead and get the freeze plugs in, and then I'll clean the heads up. They got a bunch of mud on the outside of them. The inside look good on them, and the valve seals look good. I'm not even gonna put no valve seals in them. I'm just gonna clean them up and run them. If something happens, I can always take them off and do it all over again, I guess. That's where I'm at now. Got all my junk over there. So if you would, hit that subscribe button, and maybe Monday I can have a lot better footage. My wife's been windy here real day, and she got bad ears, and the wind really messes up her ears. So I just let her basically just go back in the house because it's too windy. I've just been out here sitting on my tail. I guess the old saying goes, when you sit on your tail, you get more stuff done. So I guess so. But yeah, we're gonna get this together. It looks good. I'm happy with it. As far as everything going back together, like I said, it was standard when we pulled it apart, and everything went back standard. So I'm kind of thrilled to see it going back together, because I know now it won't be long before I get it in there and get it all started up and running. And then I got to break the cam in, and then after that, then I'll do a little bit of touching to it and adjusting everything out, and then see what it does. It's not going to be the fastest car at No Names, but at least I'll have it there. And then next year, like I say, next year I'll plan on finding me a Mustang to build. That's what I really wanted. This is a Mustang, but I ain't spending $3,000 on a freaking body that ain't got no inside and needs fenders and hood on it, and so that ain't gonna happen. But who knows? Ain't no telling what I'll drag up between now and next year. But this Thunderbird, it overlooked my junk. I'm kind of using it for a table. But hope Thunderbird be alright. Ain't no big deal. Like I said, if I don't like it, somebody else will own it. Somebody else can get to liking it. But it'd be alright. I've had a couple of them. I kind of like them myself. But we will catch y'all on the next one. Let me redo this little part of it. I got some traffic out here. I gotta clean my strainer up some more. Done cleaned it one time. I'm gonna clean it some more. As it goes, the oil pump goes here, and then the strainer goes over here, and then bolts here. And then once I do that, then I will put the oil pan after I get the pistons in, and then put my oil pan on it, and then it'll be pretty much ready to go in the car. Put my heads on it, and then it'll be ready to drop in. I was gonna use, look at my mess. My wife's on me for the yard looking like this. But when you're in a rush to get something done, they go everywhere. I was gonna use that pan right there because that's actually a chrome pan. The guy painted it green just like he did the valve covers. I was gonna paint strip it and get back to chrome and use it, but that's a truck pan that won't work on my Thunderbird, so no big deal. I'll just use the factory pan, which I was planning on using my valve covers, the 60s valve covers. But if they don't work, then I'll clean the other valve covers up, and then I'll just use those. But I believe they'll work on the 69 heads. But that's where we at right now. And I've been doing all this on my backside. So I don't think I did too bad today for a couple of hours. It took me longer to get all the tools and stuff up than it did assembling the camshaft and putting the main bearings and the crank in it. Like I said, I ain't got it torqued or anything. I just got it together, snugged them to make sure everything turns good. There ain't no play. So that I'm happy with that. Like I said, as far as this motor here, I'll wind up keeping it, and then later on I'll build it for something else, or come across somebody that needs it. I might. It's not going nowhere. These things are getting kind of hard to get a hold of, so I'm just gonna hold on to it. And then I still got the other set of 351 69 heads, 4-valve heads. I'm gonna hold on to them too. As far as my extra parts that come out of this motor, I'm gonna hold on to them too, just in case. You never know. But that's where we at. And if you would ring that little bell down there and hit that subscribe button, you know it's free. And subscribe, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.